Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Minutes Fluentcast. It's great to have you here with us today. Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever gone to bed early, slept for what should be enough hours, and still woken up feeling tired or unfocused or mentally heavy? If that sounds familiar, this episode is for you. Today we're talking about what actually happens inside your brain while you sleep, and why sleep is not just rest, but a complex and powerful process that resets your body and mind every single night.
Hi everyone, welcome. I really love this topic because sleep is something we all do, but very few people truly understand. We often think sleep is just about the number of hours, but the truth is that how you sleep matters as much as how long you sleep. Once you understand how sleep cycles work, a lot of everyday problems like low energy, mood swings, and lack of focus suddenly start to make sense.
Exactly. So in this episode, we're going to break down what sleep cycles are, how your brain moves through them during the night, and why respecting this process can completely change how you feel during the day. Let's get into it. When we talk about sleep, it's important to understand that your brain is not just resting, it's actively working through a very organized process. As you fall asleep, your brain begins to move through different stages, each one with a specific role. These stages repeat in cycles throughout the night, and together they create what we call sleep cycles. What's interesting is that your brain expects to complete these cycles. When it does, you wake up feeling restored. When it doesn't, you wake up feeling like something is off, even if you slept for many hours. This is why sleep quality matters just as much as sleep duration.
And I think that's something people don't hear often enough. We usually focus on numbers. Did I sleep 7 hours, 8 hours? But we rarely ask, did my brain actually get what it needed? Sleep cycles are like a full reset process. If that reset is interrupted too often, the brain carries unfinished work into the next day. That's when people feel mentally foggy, emotionally sensitive, or physically drained without understanding why.
One of the most critical stages in the sleep cycle is deep sleep. This is when your body focuses on physical recovery. Muscles relax completely, tissues repair themselves, and your immune system gets stronger. Your brain also slows down external processing so it can focus inward. If you consistently miss deep sleep, your body doesn't fully recover. Over time, this can show up as constant fatigue, slower physical recovery, and even increased vulnerability to illness. Deep sleep is the foundation of physical health, and without it, the body is always playing catch-up.
That's why people who are under a lot of stress often feel physically tired, even if they don't do much physical activity. Stress keeps the nervous system alert, which makes it harder to reach deep sleep. So the body never truly relaxes. It's like trying to recharge a battery that's still being used at the same time. Eventually, energy levels drop, and people start blaming themselves instead of recognizing that their body simply hasn't had enough real recovery.
Another key stage in the sleep cycle is REM sleep, which is deeply connected to mental and emotional health. This is when your brain processes emotions, organizes memories, and connects new information with what you already know. REM sleep is essential for learning, creativity, and emotional balance. When REM sleep is reduced or fragmented, people often feel more anxious, more reactive, and less emotionally stable, even if nothing stressful happened that day.
That explains why a bad night of sleep can make small problems feel huge the next day. The brain didn't get enough time to process emotions properly, so everything feels heavier. REM sleep helps the brain file away emotional experiences. Without it, emotions stay close to the surface, and people feel overwhelmed more easily. That's why sleep is such an important part of mental health, not just physical health.
One of the biggest challenges today is that modern life constantly interrupts sleep cycles. Artificial light, screens, notifications, irregular schedules, and mental overstimulation all send confusing signals to the brain. The brain relies on patterns to move smoothly through sleep stages. When those patterns are inconsistent, sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. Even if you don't fully wake up, the brain may not reach the deeper stages it needs.
And a lot of people don't realize that alcohol, late meals, or intense mental activity before bed can disrupt sleep cycles. You might fall asleep faster, but the quality of sleep is lower. So the next day, people feel tired and think they need more coffee or more motivation, when what they really need is better sleep structure.
This is one of the most common frustrations people have, sleeping for what should be enough hours, but still waking up exhausted. In many cases, the issue is that sleep cycles were incomplete or constantly interrupted. Another factor is waking up at the wrong moment. If your alarm goes off in deep sleep, your brain feels pulled out of recovery mode too abruptly. That groggy, heavy feeling isn't weakness, it's biology.
That's why some people wake up feeling great after 6 hours and terrible after 8. It's not just about how long you sleep, but where you are in the sleep cycle when you wake up. Understanding this helps people stop blaming themselves and start paying attention to sleep habits that actually support the brain.
When sleep cycles work well, everything else in life becomes easier. Focus improves, emotional reactions soften, memory works better, and decision-making feels clearer. Sleep is like a reset button for the nervous system. Without that reset, people rely more on willpower, caffeine, and stress hormones to get through the day, which only creates more imbalance.
That's why sleep should never be treated as optional. It's not something you sacrifice to be productive. It's what allows productivity, creativity, and emotional stability to exist in the first place.
So sleep is not passive. It's an active, intelligent process where your brain repairs, organizes, and prepares you for life. Sleep cycles are the structure that makes this possible. When you respect this process, you wake up feeling more like yourself, calmer, clearer, and more capable.
And when you understand how sleep works, you stop fighting your body. You start supporting it. And that changes everything.
This week, try focusing on consistency. Go to bed and wake up at similar times every day. This helps your brain stabilize sleep cycles naturally.
And create a calm transition into sleep. Reduce lights, slow your pace, and give your brain a clear signal that it's time to rest. These small changes can dramatically improve sleep quality.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fluentcast.
We hope this helped you understand sleep as something powerful, not passive.
Take care of your sleep, and your brain will take care of you.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fluentcast.
If you enjoyed this conversation and learned something new,
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
we post new episodes with real English and real ideas about life.
You can also download the PDF with the full transcript of this episode. The link is in the description below.
And here's an important tip. Try listening to this same episode every day for 1 week.
Repetition helps you understand more deeply, notice new expressions, and improve your listening skills.
This is how real learning happens, naturally and step by step.
See you next time.
Bye.